Ayo, what is poppin' poppers? In today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at what you guys voted for the best pop of 2019. So let's get right into it. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen all the polls that I've been putting up on my story for the past week or so. And that's all been leading up for this video. So basically what I've been doing is I put a question sticker on my Instagram story and I let you guys comment what your favorite pop of 2019 was. I took 50 of those. There's about 90 entries. I had to lower it to 50 or else the bracket would go on for literally like a month. So I wanted to do only 50. And the factors I decided what those 50 were is some of them weren't even released in 2019. Some of them were they were announced in 2019, but they're not out yet, so I didn't really consider them released in 2019. And some of them were actually released in the end of 2018, like December, October, around that time, and they weren't actually released in 2019. But with that 50, I randomly turned it into a bracket. I used some random bracket maker website, which basically I just put in the list of all the pops, and then it randomly made it for me, so that's how I made the polls. So there's the 50 entries on the screen right now. You can see them. I'll start in the top right corner. We have 18-inch Batman, Colonel Sanders, Steve from Baskin Robbins, Kerblamman, King of Kodos, Wasperick, Teal Chrome Batman, Chester Cheetah, Papa Emeritus 2. I believe I said that right. Let me know in the comment section below if I didn't say that right. Slim, Future RTD 2, Donald Duck, Forky, Captain Cutler, Bloodman and Chronic, Kirsten Chair, Wile E. Coyote. I believe I said that right as well. I'm not exactly sure. That's a newer one, so I'm not too familiar with that one. 10-inch SpongeBob, Uncle Sam, Kool-Aid Man, Carl and Ellie, Icy Bear, Captain Marvel Target Exclusive, Purple Chrome Batman, Captain America, Endgame, the Wave 3 Endgame line, Batboy, Thor FYE, Tony Tiger with sunglasses, Eevee 10-inch, Mysterio, Coca-Cola Bear, Loch Ness Monster, 10-inch Olaf, Angus Young Chase, Muhammad Ali, NYCC Tony Stark Endgame, Dwight Schrute as Elf, Brawly 6-inch, Void from The Incredibles, Flocked Fox, Ned from 21 Pilots, Teddy Rick, Stanley Patina, Steve Irwin, Harley Quinn Holiday Edition from Hot Topic, Mandalorian, Metallic Toucan Sam, and Cosmic Ghost Rider. That's a lot of pops, and a lot of those are actually, most of the votes were really, really tough. It was really tough for me to decide, honestly, between each two, because I was voting as well. It was really hard for me to decide between the two, because every time they're both amazing pops, and this is a really good handful. There's a few of them that are like, do they really deserve to be here? So starting off, we have the basic playoffs, I guess you could say. We have the pops that are leading into the quarterfinals. So starting off, we have Muhammad Ali versus Flocked Fox. Right off the bat, we have a tie. Well, at least it looks like a tie. Because as I first looked at it, it said 50% to 50%. I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And then I looked at the actual votes. It said 186 votes for Muhammad Ali and 188 votes for Flocked Fox. So that means that Flocked Fox moves on to the next round. It was a really close, literally two votes. And then we have Kristen Chair, which has 31%, and Wile E. Coyote, which has 69%. Nice. Wile E. Coyote moves on to the next round. I honestly knew that one was going to move on to the next round because it's such an awesome pop. It was a newer one, too. And then we have Patina Stanley and Steve Irwin, two legends, but Patina Stanley ended up winning with 60 to 40%. Then we have Mysterio and Eevee. Mysterio ended up winning with 58%, 10-inch Eevee actually, because the normal Eevee isn't out yet. Honestly, that was a close one. I thought Eevee was going to win because, honestly, I thought more of my followers like Pokemon. But I guess I'm wrong, and most of the time, actually, most of the pops that made it through to the semifinals, quarterfinals, are mostly Marvel and DC. Then we have Harley Quinn Hot Topic Exclusive Holiday, which lost to Mandalorian 71 to 29%. Honestly, I knew Mandalorian was going to do well because with the new, it's a pretty new show, and a lot of people like it. So I can see that one going pretty far in the bracket. Then we have Fireman Donald Duck to Forky, and Donald Duck lost 42 to 58%. Honestly, another one I knew right off the bat that was going to lose. Forky is from one of the biggest movies of this year, and a lot of people like Toy Story 4, so I could definitely see that one going far. Then we have Loch Ness Monster and Coca-Cola Bear. Loch Ness Monster lost 29 to 71%. Of course, Coca-Cola Bear is one of everyone's favorite ad icon this year. And then we have Metallic Toucan Sam versus Cosmic Ghost Rider. Metallic Toucan Sam won by 68% to 32%. That's a really awesome pop as well. I don't really see the hype around that one. It's just a little metallic version of what's already out. And then we have Chase Angus Young to 10-inch Olaf. 10-inch Olaf won 57 to 43%. I'm surprised, honestly, for that one. I'm frozen too. I heard from some people it was good. Some people said it was bad. And then we have New York Comic Con Endgame Tony Stark and Dwight Schrute as Elf. Honestly, I knew Endgame Tony Stark was going to win. He won 80 to 20%. That's a huge difference. And then we have Hollywood Tony Tiger versus Thor FYE. This one was actually quite close. It was pretty close. It was 53 to 47%, and Hollywood Tony Tiger ended up winning. And then we have Carl and Ellie and Icy Bear. Carl and Ellie won 54 to 46%. That was pretty close as well. That's honestly, I thought Icy Bear was going to win because he's a newer one. A lot of people, the hype was all around him. And then we have Batboy and Captain America. Batboy lost 20 to 80%. Honestly, I'm really sad about that one. And I'm surprised it's actually only at 20%. The votes were 80 for Batboy and 312 for Captain America. I'm honestly sad it's kind of that low because Batboy was such an amazing pop. And then we have Brawly 6-inch to Void. Brawly 6-inch won to 54 to 46%. Honestly, I forgot that Void released this year, but it was a really neat pop. I like the design with the whole thing in the back of it. And then we have Purple Chrome Batman to Captain Marvel. This one was actually quite close as well. 53 to 47%. Purple Chrome Batman ended up winning. Or Pink Chrome Batman, rather, sorry. And then finally, we have Ned versus Teddy Rick, and Teddy Rick came out on top, 70 to 30%. Honestly, I kind of forgot about Ned as well. That one's, I don't even know like how many people got that one. I forgot how you got it. I think you had to like text a number or something like that, and then buy it. I have no idea. And then here we have round 2. So these are still qualifying for the quarterfinals or the semifinals. The quarterfinals. Like what's before the quarterfinals? And then we have Slim versus Fox. Slim won 51 to 49%. This was a really close one. It literally won by 8 votes. No, 5 votes actually. And then we have Future RTD2 to Wile E. Coyote. Another really close one. Wile E. Coyote won 51% to 49%. That's insane. All of the ones this time around are actually really close. Then we have Captain Color versus Patina Stan Lee. Patina Stan Lee won 54 to 46%. Another really close one. And then this one's pretty obvious. We have Mysterio versus Bloodman and Chronic. Mysterio won 75 to 25%. That one's really awesome. A lot of people really like that one. The hype was all around that one this year. And then we have Mandalorian and 10-inch SpongeBob. I'm surprised 10-inch SpongeBob actually got that many votes. It's 61 to 39%. And then we have another close one. It's Uncle Sam and Forky. Forky won 56 to 44%. Then we have not as close as the other ones, but pretty close still. Not really. Coca-Cola Bear 63% and Colonel Sanders 37%. Coca-Cola Bear moves on to the next round. Then this one was extremely close, like literally 1 or 2 votes, I believe. King and Kodos, Metallic Toucan Sam. At first glance, like the same thing that happened with Muhammad Ali and Flocked Fox. King and Kodos and Metallic Toucan Sam. At first glance, it looks like they tied, but actually looking at it closer, King and Kodos won by 2 votes. They had 195 votes when Metallic Toucan Sam had 193 votes. So King and Kodos moves on to the next round. 10-inch Olaf and Kool-Aid Man. Kool-Aid Man had 78% and 10-inch Olaf had 22%. Endgame Tony Stark, the NYCC exclusive one, and Wasp Rick 78% to 22%. Kind of said that Wasp Rick got smacked out like that so fast, but he's literally going against one of the best pops of this year, in my opinion. Even though I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan, NYCC Tony Stark like literally can't compare to that. And then this one literally got smacked out of the park. We have Papa Amaratis 2 and Tony the Tiger Hollywood. Tony Tiger Hollywood literally won 87 to 13%. That's crazy. Papa Amaratis 2. I keep on mispronouncing that. I'm pretty sure. Let me know in the comments below how to say that. They only had 50 votes when Tony Stark had 332 votes. So that's pretty crazy. Then we have Kerbland Man and Carl Anelli. Another landslide win. Carl Anelli won 82 to 18%. Then we have Endgame Captain America to Chester Cheetah. Endgame Captain America had 63% when Chester Cheetah had 37%. 6-inch Brawly to Steve. 6-inch Brawly had 40%. Steve had 60%. Steve is a really good character from this year. I don't know if it was one of top 5 or top 10 maybe. Definitely not top 5. Then we have Pink Chrome Batman and 18-inch Batman. 18-inch Batman came out on top, 66% to 34%. Honestly, I don't like the idea of the 18 inches because they're going to keep on making them. And if they make an 18-inch Rick and Morty pop, I have no space, so I'm going to have to like say quits to the Rick and Morty collection because I'm never going to have that one. Then we have Teal Chrome Batman and Teddy Rick. This was a really close one. I'm sad Teddy Rick lost. It was 51 to 49%. Teal Chrome Batman moves on to the next round. So now we're moving on to the quarterfinals. I believe that's, I don't know, I'm just going to call it the quarterfinals. I don't know what the exact term for it is. So then we have Slim and Wile E. Coyote. 35 to 65% Wile E. Coyote moves on to the next round. Honestly, I'm sad for Slim because Slim is such a great pop from this year. Then we have Patina Stan Lee, 54 to 46% for Mysterio. Mysterio gets smacked out. Patina Stan Lee comes out on top. Honestly, I knew that one was going to go far as well. It's Stan Lee. I believe another one was Astronaut Stan Lee, but I wanted to keep it to one Stan Lee because, like, another thing that I determined what I kept and what I didn't keep is there's a lot of variants. So a lot of people said Mandalorian Funko Shop, Mandalorian. So I just kind of put in which one had more votes, and this Mandalorian had more votes. And then people said the Astronaut Stan Lee from the Guardians of the Galaxy, which was NYCC, and Patina Stan Lee. And Patina Stan Lee had more votes, so I kind of put that one in. Then we have Mandalorian and Forky. Mandalorian 66% and Forky 34% by Forky. Mandalorian comes out on top. Then we have King and Kodos 60% and Coca-Cola Bear 40%. King and Kodos comes out on top. Honestly, I knew that one was going to make it far as well. Then we have Carlo Nelly 55%, Tony Tiger 45%. Carlo Nelly comes out on top with 55%. Then we have Endgame Captain America 74%, Steve 26%. Steve didn't last a chance. That pop is actually insane. Then we have Teal Chrome Batman 40%, 18-inch Batman 60%, 18-inch Batman comes out on top. Then we have Endgame Tony Stark with 63% and Kool-Aid Man 37%. Endgame Tony Stark comes out on top. Honestly, I'm surprised Kool-Aid Man got that many votes compared to Tony Stark. But hey, Kool-Aid Man's still a really, really neat pop. So now we're moving on to the actual quarterfinals, not the quarterfinals. I really don't know what to call that. But yeah, quarterfinals. First off, we have Wile E. Coyote and Patina Stanley. Patina Stanley comes out on top with 55% to 45%. Then we have Mandalorian and King and Kodos. Mandalorian gets smacked out 55 to 45%. Really close that time around. Then we have Endgame Captain America 58% to 42%. Carl Nelly gets smacked out by Endgame Captain America. Honestly, Carl Nelly is such a cool pop, but Endgame Captain America is so much better. That's just my opinion though. And then we have Endgame Tony Stark and 18-inch Batman. Endgame Tony Stark comes out on top 58 to 42%. Honestly, I'm so happy about that. I did not want the 18-inch Batman winning because that pop is so lazy. I don't like the 18-inch idea. So those pops that got voted out are no longer in, and the pops that are still in are in the semifinals, and I'm currently still recording while the semifinals are going on. So as of right now, this could be changing because most of the time it does change quite drastically within the last 4 hours. We have King and Kodos versus Stanley, Patina Stanley. King and Kodos is winning 64 to 36%. And then we have Endgame Captain America and Endgame Tony Stark, and this one's really, really close. 50-50 is right as of right now, and it's 109 to 110. He's literally winning by 1 vote. I'll come back tomorrow when the semifinals are done and the finals are going on, and I'll tell you who wins. So it's been 2 days now. I wanted to let the semifinals and finals go through before I started filming again, so I know who the winner is. But yeah, yesterday was Christmas. I hope you had a great Christmas and a happy holidays. Let me know in the comments below what you guys got for Christmas or the holidays. I would love to know. But yeah, starting off with the semifinals, we have King and Kodos versus Stanley. King and Kodos beat Stanley out 65 to 35%. Honestly, I thought Stanley was going to be King and Kodos. And then we have Captain America versus Endgame Tony Stark. This one was really close, like I said earlier on. Endgame Tony Stark was actually beating Captain America by one vote. And in the end, Endgame Captain America actually ends up winning against Endgame Tony Stark 52 to 48%. Honestly, I thought Tony Stark was going to win, but Captain America, I have to admit, it's such a cool pop. That's the one that should have came in the Marvel Collector Corps, not the other one where it was really bad, the one that came in the Collector Corps box. It was like in the wrong hand, there was like barely anything to it, it just looks like a normal cat pops. This is the one that should have been in there. So moving on to the finals, we have Endgame Captain America and King Kodos. Before I announce the winner, let me know in the comments below which of these pops do you think is going to win and which pop you think should have been on this list and should have won this year's, the title of this year's best pop of 2019. So without further ado, the best pop of 2019, according to you guys, is, drumroll, King and Kodos, which beat Captain America 53 to 47%. It was really, really, really close. Honestly, I thought Cap was going to win since the beginning, but I can definitely see how King and Kodos won because King and Kodos is such a neat pop this year and a lot of people really liked it. It was either Cap, NYCC, Tony Stark, or Icy Bear, honestly. Or King and Kodos I thought was going to win. Icy Bear got smacked out first round by Carl Nelly. I was really surprised about that. I thought that one was actually going to go super far and end up winning probably. And there's a couple pops that I think should have made this list that weren't actually on the list, such as the Maleficent as Dragon that were released to Box Lunch. Or maybe the Light Effects Darth Vader or the Light Effects Kylo Ren. Even though I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan, those two should have definitely still made it on the list. They're really neat pops, and the whole light effects thing, I'm in love with that idea. So I really think those two should have made the list. But yeah, that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like. Let me know if you agree with the picks and the winner of this year's best pop of 2019. Personally, I think it can kind of fit into like the top 3 maybe, not number 1. I think Captain America Endgame deserves that number 1 spot, honestly. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that post notification bell, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.